So we were doing forfeiture and reissue, and in morning we have learned how to calculate the capital reserve. I hope this all is clear. This process is clear how to calculate the capital reserve. Now we will practice some questions. Okay, now see this question. Pass journal entries for the forfeiture and reissue in the following cases. So you have to pass out the journal entries only and only for the forfeiture and reissue. See, there is a difference in this question. It is not saying that pass journal entries for the issue of shares. It is saying pass journal entries for the forfeiture and reissue. So see the question now. A Limited forfeited 400 shares of Anil of rupees 10 each, fully called up. It is clearly mentioned in the question that this share is fully called up, and because I am forfeiting this share, so it will be share capital account debit. Entry will be share capital account debit. For non-payment of final call, money of rupees 2 per share. So only final call is not paid. That is also signifying that your share is fully called up. However, it is specifically mentioned in the question that your share is fully called up. But even with the help of final call word, we can decide that this share is fully called up. So here I will be writing we will assume it equity share. So I will be writing it equity share capital account debit to equity share final call account. And then whatever amount has been paid, that we will be transferring to share forfeiture account. No equity word will be there. Yes, please. First tell me if any confusion is there regarding journal entry. Okay. Now coming to the amount section. First we will write per share amount so that you will be able to understand the amount. So what is the called up capital per share? What is the called up capital per share? Yes, per share I am asking. Listen the question carefully. Yes, per share it is rupees 10. Then final call per share which is not received. Final call rupees per share. Yes, it is rupees 2. Now out of 10 rupees, shareholder has not paid us rupees 2. So then all other installments will be totaling what amount? The final installment is of rupees 2. Then other installments will be totaling rupees 8. So that we have received, that will be transferred to share forfeiture account. Now I can multiply these amounts with the number of shares. So 400 shares I am forfeiting always keep alert in your mind that how many shares I am forfeiting. So it will become 4,000. Then to share final call, it will become 2 rupees divided by 400, 800. And this amount will be 3,200. Yes, please. This one is clear. Now coming to reissue part. Now see, other sentence is informing you about the reissue. These shares were reissued as fully paid up for rupees 10 per share. So again, there are two parts of this sentence. First, you tell me this is issue at par, issue at premium, or issue at discount. Yes, very good, very good. If you are not able to decide, then think over what amount you will be getting in your bank. You will be getting rupees 10 per share. You are issuing it for rupees 10 per share. And after taking rupees 10 per share, you will be assuming capital as fully paid up. You will be assuming capital as fully paid up. Means you will not be demanding any money further from the shareholder. So capital will be as rupees 10 per share. The face value is rupees 10. And you are getting also rupees 10. So that's why this is issue at par. So for reissue at par, I will be doing entry bank account debit. That step will help me in deciding the journal entry. Bank account debit to equity share capital account. Now you are taking rupees 10, and how many number of shares you have reissued? How many number of shares you have reissued? Yes, very good, very good. Because question has said here, these shares were reissued, means 400 which you have forfeited, these you have reissued, so that's why it will become 4,000. 400 shares you have reissued, 400 you have forfeited, and the capital will also become 4,000. Because it is said in the question as fully paid up, that amount will come here. And for amount will come here. For is what you are getting. So I hope this process is also clear. Capital reserve will always be there. Because you don't have any loss, now you have to transfer this balance amount which you have got on the forfeited shares. You have to transfer this amount. It is your capital profit. You have to transfer this amount into capital reserve. Share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account. Now after doing this entry, first we will make a working note. It is a part, that's why I am mentioning here a. Working note. You have to give this working note in each and every question. So share forfeiture was how much? Share forfeiture was 3,200. So 3,200 multiplied by number of shares forfeited, sorry, reissued 400, and upon number of shares forfeited 400. So that way your proportionate amount will become now 3,200. Now loss on reissue is how much? 0. That's why your capital reserve will be how much? 3,200. So your amount will be here 3,200. Yes, please. This one is clear. Okay, now coming to the B part. Okay, B we will do here. Now see this question. B Limited forfeited 500 shares of rupees 10 each, fully called up. Again, the share is fully called up for non-payment of first call of rupees 2 per share and final call of rupees 2 per share. So now I am doing this entry. You can send your answers also. Share capital account, debit to, sorry, equity word should be attached. Equity share capital account debit to equity share first call account. Rupees 2 per share has not been paid on first call. 500 shares are there. It will become 1,000. To equity share final call 1,000. 500 multiplied by 2 again, and rest of the amount which you have received to share forfeiture account. Because out of 10, 2 rupees I have not received for first call and 2 rupees I have not received for final call. So that means out of 10 I have not received 4. So then how much I have received? 6. Yes, very good. So 6 multiplied by 500, it will become 3,000. And because the share is fully called up, so 500 multiplied by 10, it will become 5,000. Now we can match our amounts. These will be equal. Now the entry for forfeiture has been done. Now coming to the bank amount, it is saying these shares were reissued as fully paid up for rupees 8 per share. So now bank account debit, and we have got rupees 8 per share. So, and we are assuming that we have received all rupees 10. So rupees 8 per share means we have issued 500 shares again. So I will be receiving 4,000. And because now I am taking only rupees 8, but I am assuming capital as fully paid up rupees 10. So I will be having some loss. That loss I will cover from share forfeiture account. So 2 rupees multiplied by 500, it will become 1,000. Yes, very good. Keep answering. 2 equity share capital account 5,000. So this will be the entry for reissue. Now the amount which remain in share forfeiture account, that will be transferred to capital reserve. To capital reserve account. So now first I have to make the working note again. So now my share forfeiture balance was 3,000 and number of shares reissued is 500. Number of shares forfeited is 500. So this amount will also come 3,000. Now the loss on reissue is how much? 1,000. So now the capital reserve will be how much? 2,000. Narration will be balance left in share forfeiture account is transferred to capital reserve. It is your capital profit. That's why it is transferred to capital reserve account. Okay. Now coming to case C. You have forfeited 600 shares of rupees 10 each fully called up for non-payment of allotment of rupees 3, first call rupees 2 and final call rupees 2 per share. 400 of these shares were reissued as fully paid up at the maximum rate of discount allowed by law. This point I have to make you clear. At the maximum rate of discount allowed by law. What it means? Please listen carefully. Whatever the amount you have received in this account, share forfeiture account, like suppose here you have received 3,200. This much discount you can give on these 400 shares at the time of reissuing them. Again, I am repeating. First question is, that how much discount I can give here on the reissue. At the time of reissue, how much discount I can give on the shares which I have forfeited. So the answer is that as per Companies Act, the maximum discount which you can give on the shares which you are reissuing is the amount which you have collected on them before forfeiture. Whatever the balance you are having in the share forfeiture account, for that shares, only that much discount you can give on the reissue of these shares. So now if suppose I apply this rule in this same question here, and if I give the maximum discount, what will be the bank account amount? If I am giving the maximum discount of 3,200, yes, very good. Then how much amount I will be receiving in my bank? 4,000 minus 3,200, 800 I will be, 800 I have to charge. Fine. Now apply the same rule here. In case C, you are reissuing 400. Okay, so first do the entry for forfeiture. Then you will be much clear about that. Share capital account, equity share capital will be there. Equity share capital account, debit, and 600 shares we are forfeiting which are fully called up. So that's why the amount will be 6,000. To equity share allotment account, you are not receiving rupees 3 per share, so it will become 1,800. To equity share first call account, it is rupees 2 per share, that's why it will become 1,200. To equity share final call account, 1,200. To share forfeiture account. So because out of 10 I have not received rupees 3 plus 2 plus 2. 7 I have not received. So I have received only rupees 3. So that's why I have received rupees 1,800 only. Now next is bank account debit share forfeiture account debit to equity share. Now you tell me bank amount. Keep in mind that we have forfeited 600 shares and we are issuing only 400 shares. So first calculate the proportionate amount. So this time this amount is 1,800. Number of shares reissued is 400. Number of shares forfeited was 600. So that's why it will come 1,200. So you can give maximum discount of 1,200 only. So discount will be 1,200 first thing, because you have given maximum discount allowed by the law. And you have to make the capital fully paid up, because I am reissuing 400 shares. So 400 multiplied by 10. So my capital will become 4,000. Yes, please. Yeah, I said the amount in forfeiture for those number of shares which you are issuing. For those number of shares which you are reissuing, not the full amount. So that's why this proportionate amount is required to be calculated. So for these 400 shares, you have only 1,200 rupees in the share forfeiture account. This much discount you can give. In that question, what was happening? Because we were reissuing all the shares which we have forfeited. That's why we were adjusting the direct amount. Yes, now it's clear? Yes, please. Tell me fast. So the bank amount will be how much? 2,800. And now we can calculate the capital reserve. The loss on reissue is also 1,200. So the capital reserve will be nil, because we have used all the amount. So that's why now we will not be doing any capital reserve entry. Again, I am repeating, this discount is clear. Then this amount should be clear, 4,000, because capital is fully paid up. These shares were issued as fully paid up. So that's why 4,000 minus 1,200, it will be your bank amount.